WORLDVIRAL.
Hey guys, this is ALLIE GREENSTONE from Mary's Medicinals. I'm here with Chad Drew. This is PotTalk on WORLDVIRAL TV.
Oh yeah, she did drop
PotTalk.
Allie, that's actually not a lie this week for once.
PotTalk.
Right? She's introducing herself. What?
ALLIE, this is ALLIE.
But she changed clothes real quick.
Yeah, longer hair. It's like a quick outfit change. Maybe some bigger changes, but you know.
Allie from Mary's Medicinals joins us for PotTalk, dude. It's good to have you back.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having me. The camera's in a different place now, so thank you guys for letting me know.
Yeah, things are always growing and changing.
I think it has changed since the last time.
It's always been right here, and I'm like, see you guys looking this way. I'm like, oh, hello. Hello, everybody. Yes.
Work the cameras, Allie. Work the cameras.
Thank you.
Got to get all the angles
Got
right.
it down. Yeah.
What's going on in the life of Allie?
The life of ALLIE has been busy, traveling for Mary's, traveling for fun, just having a whole lot of fun with life. What about you guys?
Oh, dude.
A lot of the same, but not for Mary's.
Yeah.
Not for Mary's.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair, because then you guys would be stealing my job.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. They didn't hire me, so you know.
Maybe one day, but this is, we get to hang out, so it's basically like you work
it's the
for
same
Mary's.
thing. It's the same thing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I thought Pierre was like part of the interview.
I know. I thought about bringing him.
Pierre had surgery.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pierre recently had surgery, so he's still in a bit of a recovery mode, but he's okay. He's
Okay.
great. He actually he swallowed a rubber ball. We realized, so he had to get it removed.
That totally sounds like Pierre. He was so playful. He was
Yeah.
like attacking that pillow.
We should clarify that Pierre is a dog.
Pierre's my French bulldog, who's been on the show I think twice now.
At least
I think
twice.
twice
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, and I don't think that he meant to swallow the ball, but he did. He did, and it's now
Got a scar on his little belly right here.
scar. He had a fentanyl patch. So, but we did use the Mary's CBD Pet Pen to help ease his anxiety while he was so high on opiates that he couldn't function. So, really great for anxiety and pain and all
Dude,
of the
it's
good
so
things.
great to have that pen around. Like, you can get that online still. It's shipped
Yeah.
pretty much anywhere.
Uh-huh.
And it's so useful for your dogs. Like, my dog, he was we had him pent up for a little bit because we took a vacation. He wasn't around us for a little bit. And he came back and was really all excited and shit.
I need
and
to meet your puppy.
I should get one for my dog.
You should.
My dog is like a little shit show.
You can actually use the human CBD gel pen for animals as well. It's literally the same formula. It's just a 2 milligram dose instead of 1.
Okay.
So if your animal is like typically anything bigger than like 20 pounds.
Our dog is, he's bigger than 20 pounds.
Yeah,
He's
then
a
just go ahead
carrier.
and get the human pen. Yeah. But it really does great. I mean, we have tons of testimonials of people using it for anxiety.
Where do you rub it on?
It's a great question. So yeah, and the inner ear, not like in the brain hole. I have to clarify that. But just like if you're giving your dog or cat an ear rub, just like it actually there's veins there, so the gel absorbs transdermally, and it works super fast. So for anxiety or epilepsy, we've seen it work as fast as 30 seconds with an animal.
I'm
It's
going to
pretty
try that. I
amazing.
have a Mary's pen in my kitchen drawer. So next
Just
time,
make sure it's not
next
the
time,
THC one.
No, it's not.
Okay.
My dog actually will let us know these days when he wants the pen, because
Really?
he'll come over and he'll get like stems, or every once in a while I'll give him a hit a little bit, and you can tell that it affects him, but you can tell when he's in pain or something, and he'll come over and he'll just kind of like signal for it. It's a good. You can always tell that it's that time for him.
Yeah,
so.
Pierre has gotten used to the ear rub. Like at first, when we first did it, he just didn't like it. He's like, "Why are you fucking with my ears?" But I do think now that he understands like how it helps him, because he just like sits there and lets us rub his ears, and almost instantaneously you can see it work. And for him, it just helped him relax and be comfortable when he was uncomfortable. Which as a pet owner, you hate to see your animals in pain or feeling.
Or looped up on heroin.
Or looped up on heroin.
Yeah, that's usually not a.
They literally
preferred.
stapled a patch to my dog and it was on there for 4 days, and I was just like, oh my god, like.
How, did you have to like yank it out afterwards?
Oh no, we had to go in and get it removed.
Okay,
And
I was gonna say, 'cause that would be fucked up.
He
Dude, right?
He had 20 staples in his belly, and then I take him in, and they had more staples. I was just like, oh my fucking god, just staple my dog shut right now. Everything was
So
just
rough.
It was rough, but he's doing great. World, thank you guys for caring about
Love
Pierre.
you, Pierre.
Love you,
We love
Pierre.
Come
Pierre.
back.
He will. He will be back. But
so speaking of other products,
let's talk about this thing here on the table.
Yes, let's talk about the distillate.
I'm excited about this.
Yeah. So you guys might notice if you're familiar with Mary's products. All of our labeling, all of our products have traditionally been labeled in black and white. And that is what we've gone with. This is adding a little bit of color to the Mary Suite and adding a little bit of color to your life because we are focusing more on THC now. So catering to folks that do want the psychoactive effect or do want the high. But
so explain how this one, just so for our audience to know, how is this one different than the one that you guys have had that's CBD heavy?
Yeah, so I mean, this is just THC. So this will get you high as shit.
And you rub it on yourself?
No, so this is a distillate. So this is actually a dabbable product.
Oh, wow.
So it's a concentrate. And so for folks that maybe don't know what a distillate is, it is the purest and most potent form of a concentrate that you can make. So if you think about distillation in the context of alcohol, it's moonshine. So you're literally just getting a pure alcohol, or in this case, a pure cannabinoid extract. So it removes all of the lipids, waxes, chlorophylls. It removes even the terpenes. So all you're left with are cannabinoids. So our THC distillate, we've been getting about an 85% THC in the oil. And then we add the terpenes back in to get a really nice cannabis flower flavor and cannabis flower effect. And it's really amazing so far. Nice. So we do have it in this dabbable form, which you can obviously load into a vape or use on an oil rig. And we do have it in a
Nectar Collector. I recommend them.
Nectar Collector is great. And we will be releasing a vape cartridge version of this product, I think, next week. So we're excited about that.
Yay, how fun, dude.
What else has been going on? Anything else new?
So we're kind of expanding more so on the vape line. So we are going to be making, I believe, a 4-to-1 CBD to THC vape cartridge. And we're also going to be incorporating our CBN distillate into the vape cartridge as well. So CBN, if you guys don't know, it's mildly psychoactive, but it's the best cannabinoid for sleep, major spasticity like Parkinson's, restless leg syndrome, certain kinds of epilepsy. So we're basically just going to be providing the most fast-acting way to get these different cannabinoids and these different ratios into your bloodstream. So
I wouldn't be a pothead if I didn't learn for myself from last week. So tell the viewers how the THC distillate is different than the HTFME. HTFSE. There you go.
There you go. There's an S in there.
Which is what? I don't even know what that is.
High terpene full spectrum extract.
There you go.
It's this new thing, but it's like I don't know. So everybody's kind of bragging about it because it's kind of more solventless than anything. You guys use what to be able to extract?
A distillate is solventless. So a distillate removes any kind of solvent or any kind of...
It's just the purest, dude. It takes everything you can, because you filter it through 6 times or...
Yeah, exactly. It's a 7-step process, but with a distillate, you have to start with some type of extract somewhere. So I believe we start with a slab of shatter of butane extracted hash, but the steps in distillation remove everything that you're using. So they remove all the butane, they remove all the alcohol. So literally, again, you're left with just cannabinoids, and that's it. So I don't know exactly what that particular
It was something that one of the other concentrate companies that's been on recently had.
To be honest, it sounds like it is just a distillate. Maybe they're naming it something else.
I think it was a new catchphrase from how I kind of caught on it.
It sounds like way too long of a catchphrase.
Marketing.
It's like
that's
nectar,
what it is.
but
it's
different.
Marketing.
Just a little,
They're just calling it something different. I mean, I don't know if I'm sure you do remember, but I was managing a medical dispensary when concentrates just started coming out, and they were like these little balls of black tar, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, this is the shit!"
In Europe, you could get them like this big for like $8.
Totally,
yeah.
But that was like the amazing wax and the amazing concentrates back then, and there was like, what's the difference between wax and butter and crumble? And it's like nothing.
I remember live resin. I posted a Facebook memory of my first time I took a picture of a live resin that had come in, and that shit was just like. It was awesome. It was one of the cleanest things that you'd seen at that point.
Sparkly,
it was it was terpene rich, and you just put it under someone's nose, and it was like, can I buy that? How many can I get of that? Like, it doesn't matter how
people
much
pay $80 a gram for live resin. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. Crazy. So distillates, I believe, they're definitely on that same level of quality. They just add that layer of cleanliness and purity that any other type of concentrate just won't naturally have. So
the exact way that the whole industry is going. going.
Exactly. And something really cool to keep in mind about Mary's, we previously were using an ethanol or an alcohol extract for all of our products, and we are now using a distillate for every single product at Mary's. So elevating the potency 10 to 15% and just elevating the cleanliness. So if you guys are familiar with our products and our patches especially, you might look at our new patches and be like, is there actually hash oil on this? Because it looks so clean.
That's awesome.
But that's the beauty of a distillate, and that just really is showing how much better of a product it is. So
I know that you guys have gone through some changes recently, as a lot of companies with within the industry. Mary's is trying to expand, but making sure that they are always solid, just like Colorado Harvest Company. And I know that we were actually joking before you came on that we're actually going to be guests of your show sometime.
Oh, awesome.
I saw a clip of you hanging out with two girls, I think in Boulder, and they were really, really cool. It was a lot of fun. What is it like to be like rolling around? I mean, I know we were just talking about you and Max being in Northern Cali.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's such a fun experience to be a part of, just being in the industry, and it's really cool to see, we were just chatting about earlier, just even the market in California, how different and progressive it is, and seeing these new states come up with new products and new business models. It's just exciting to be a part of it all. And Mary's is such a progressive company that it's exciting to see how these new states that we're in, take it and run with it, and these new demographics, and especially these other new states that are coming on with medical marijuana have so many different qualifying conditions.
Yeah.
So we're getting a lot more research.
We got PTSD here in Colorado.
Finally,
That's big.
Finally with PTSD.
Finally.
But I mean, Pennsylvania, they have 17 qualifying conditions.
Yeah.
And so what that means is just being able to have more research on not just what Mary's products do, but just what cannabis and cannabinoids can do for different people. So
I love immersing myself within the cannabis industry, especially at times like this, because everybody outside of our cannabis world is dealing with what is going on in our nation right now. Dude.
Right.
And I feel so bad for the amount of weight that everybody is carrying right now.
Right.
But I think that since we've been fucking fighting the fight for years, and states like California are finally getting it to that point.
Yeah.
Because they've been fighting longer than we have been.
They have been. Yeah, they've had medical cannabis for much longer than we have.
But now there's talks already, which is very hopeful, that it's going to be brought up to Trump, and he's going to have to deal with it. It's something that he's going to have to deal with, whether it stays exactly where it is and doesn't change, or he signs something and says, everybody do it, go ahead, one way or another.
Yeah, and I don't want to get too much into politics, but Trump has said that he's very much for what the states vote for and what the states want, and I mean, point blank, he's a businessman, and how could you turn a blind eye to how much revenue and how many jobs that this industry creates nationwide? So, I'm hopeful that we'll be able to remain, and even the recent announcement from the federal government hasn't really meant much. So, I'm just hopeful that they'll let us keep going as we have. And
he's one of Tim's favorite people in the world, but we don't want to get into all of that right now.
We're not going to get into that.
Perfect. Yeah.
So what's going on? What's going on in 2017? How can we find you all that?
So, we are always at Colorado Harvest Company, but you can find us in a couple new states. We're about to be in Nevada dispensaries. Actually, as of this week, we are in Nevada. And, obviously we'll be catering to the California recreational market as well. So we'll just be spreading. You can still get all of Mary's Nutritionals products from marysnutritionals.com, shipping to all 50 states and other countries. Nothing has changed there. So you'll actually be able to see the distillates and the vape cartridges on Mary's Nutritionals as well. And something big from the last show, or the two shows ago, we talked about the greens and the whey protein powder.
Right.
We're actually going to be moving those products from medicinals to nutritionals. Right. So everybody's going to be able to have access to our whey protein and our good greens powders, which we're super excited about.
Very awesome. I love them, actually. I put them in my NutriBullet. When I do NutriBullets, I should do more NutriBullets, but
what is a NutriBullet?
It's like a blender thing with kale and shit, but it tastes okay. And theirs is good because it's good greens and it's all natural, really positive stuff for you, and it's got a minty taste to it. Yeah. So it kind of gives you that little zing.
The good greens is actually, it's a replacement, is if you were to juice raw cannabis, which is really good for you. It's basically like a cancer killer. It's been reported to be a cancer killer. Thank you, legal team. As well as really great for autoimmune conditions. Totally. And it has tons of fruits and veggies. It's just really, really great for you. non-psychoactive. But if you want the medicinal benefits of cannabis, it is the shit.
As I say, and I've said for years since you've been around, and you've probably been one of our most frequented.
Yeah, we got like 3 or 4 people that come a lot, but yeah, you're definitely up
Mary's
there.
Medicinals has always been on the pinnacle of what's going down. Always has a high quality. It's always a product that we recommend a lot of medicinal patients that actually suffer from certain conditions. Point them right towards there. So make sure you pay attention. Allie, we got some other games and stuff if you want to hang out.
Yeah.
I know we got like 3 or 4 bands, so it might not be for a little bit.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Hey, we got an ad for Mary's, so we can go to that.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna
Sign up behind you.
take a quick
There
break.
it is.
We'll be right
Cool.
back.
Thanks, guys.
Yes, thanks, Allie. We'll be right back.
of
Music Buzz
course.
Live.
Mary's Medicinals. To us, it's simply black and white. They've got this cannabis thing down to a science. Best known as the developer and exclusive distributor of the award-winning transdermal cannabis patch, Mary's Medicinals creates cannabis-based products including transdermal gels, topical compounds, and high bioavailability capsules. As part of its commitment to advancing the science around cannabis, Mary's has introduced Mary's Journal, the first mobile app designed to help patients track and balance the use of cannabis medicine. It's revolutionary. You can get your Mary's Medicinals at Evergreen Apothecary or go to marysmedicinals.com to find a dispensary near you.
Mary's Journal. If you're going to take care of anybody that needs this medication or you need this medication yourself, you need to download it. It'll give you different times that you can schedule for your medication. It's a fully integrated app that tracks your results. But I had one of my employees, my boy Doug, love Doug, I call him Dougie Fresh.
Yes, sir.
He actually wanted me to ask you a question, and I hope I can remember this because these are some terms that I'm not all the way familiar with.
Sure.
You know, acronyms and shit within the industry, dude. So what is the biggest difference between your nectar and your 8 high terp?
HTFSE.
There you go.
High
Damn it,
terpene, full spectrum
he knows.
extract,
High
yeah.
terp,
That's
full melt.
I'd like to take a minute here and pause. I've never once in 3 years heard Chad do not know a pot term. Ever.
Dude, this whole side of the industry is going crazy. It's
I'm
hard to keep up
cherishing
with.
this moment
Yeah,
here, man.
that has never happened ever before.
HTFME. HTFME.
HTFSE,
Yeah.
So that's the the acronym there is the high terpene full spectrum extract or high cannabinoid full spectrum extract.
There you go.
And so HTFSE, CFSE.